Well, it's August 27th, almost 2 weeks since I planted this plot, and what I put in here is Big-N-Beasty, and I've used Big-N-Beasty for years. I really like it. There's a lot of different seed blends out there that are similar to it, but it's got turnips, radishes, rape. I mean, it's a really good lush plot, and you plant that in the late summer, early fall, and it really blows up nice for you. It gives you a really good green food source for the fall. So what I did is I came in here, hot, dry conditions, and I was really just trying to time some rain for immediately after planting. So about 2 weeks ago, I came in here, tilled it, had to back drag it with my tractor bucket to kind of help get a good seed bed there because I forgot my drag. Broadcasted Big-N-Beasty, or seed rate on that is about 4 pounds an acre. So adjust to whatever your size of your plot is, but just don't overseed Big-N-Beasty or those type of blends because it'll stunt it and you won't have as nice of plot. So make sure you do the recommendation of the planting rate or even a little bit lower and you're going to be good. So right after I planted this, about an hour later I got a rain, and then 2 days later we got a little bit of a rain. But since then it's been just really hot and really dry. So I'm actually pretty pleased with what the plot looks like. When you walk it, there's some germination scattered throughout. So that's about as good as I could hope for right now. Central Illinois, we're supposed to be getting some rain here in the coming week. So if you don't have your fall plots in, or you're still thinking about doing a few things, definitely in the next few days and over the weekend be a good time to get out there and get some stuff in the ground, because I know Matt and I and Justin, we don't always just look at the date on the calendar for when we're planting. We also try to coordinate with what the weather's telling us, and if we know rain's coming in a week, we might wait a few more days before we get the seed in the ground just to time with that rain right. So we're excited about this plot. We got some really good deer running around this farm here that Matt and I have permission at. We shot a nice buck, old buck out of here a couple years ago, right over here behind me. But this kind of secluded food plot in the mix of timber is really a magnet for them before they head out to big food in the evening. So should be a fun time to see this plot grow. And Matt and I got to figure out a set to get in this tree, which we'll start doing more and more stand work now, just trying to get that checked off the list and start looking forward to season. Another plot that guys can do, and Matt and I have done it many times over the years, is if you don't have time or the equipment to work up a nice seed bed for a plot like Big-N-Beasty, because with those type of plots, Big-N-Beasty, you do need a nice seed bed. Our savior and our kind of go-to, even when plots fail, and we've done that over the years, is oats. Oats you can get from any of the plot companies, and you can also just go to your local co-op and get a bag of oats. But what you can do is you can go into an area like this that's, you know, got a canopy of leaves and grass, etc., or even kind of in the middle of some woods where there isn't really any grass on the ground and it's just, you know, in the woods. What's neat about oats is you can clean that out with like a weed eater, or even just with, you know, some kind of stick, knock those weeds down. And if you can just take a backpack sprayer in there, spray that stuff, the grass that's in there, and kill that off. Broadcast those oats really heavy, and you're going to have a nice carpet there of green that comes up with those oats. Like I said, that's a really easy kind of, you know, from I always think of Bill Winke with Midwest Whitetail talking about Poor Man Plot and all the guys that contribute into there. That's just the perfect little plot that anybody can do. You don't even need a backpack or a broadcast heater, really. I mean, you can just throw oats around on the ground. As long as you get that stuff kind of knocked down with a weed eater or a stick, and if you spray it and kill it off, that's the best. And then just throw broadcast heavy oats on there, you're going to have a nice little plot. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. For a lot of people don't have the time or the equipment or whatever to get, or you know, they just run out of where they can't get a nice seed bed made. You can get into really any spot in the open or in the woods, and oats are going to grow for you. It's about bulletproof. So definitely something you can still do here in the coming weeks.